Hello, party people. My name is Clarence Napier, the insurance broker, licensed in 12 states, which include Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Washington State, California, and Texas. And today is July 2nd, 2024, and I am so excited. We finished our first Clarence Online networking session. We had one guest who's actually a client from the past, and we expect to have more business owners participate in the online networking session. This podcast episode just goes into detail about why we are doing what we do as an insurance broker. And I did talk about it a little on today's podcast episode that featured Cherry Frame, a financial advisor from Oklahoma. And what I mentioned, and I'll just briefly cover it here, there are lots of employers that are dealing with insurance premiums increase. And I believe that a lot of employers should focus on increasing revenue while they are dealing with these insurance premium increase for their employee benefits, like the healthcare part of the employee benefit. And so what we have done here at Clarence Napier, the insurance broker, 321 Biz Development, which is our consulting firm, the County Canvas, which is a Southwest Florida digital and print magazine company, which prints magazines and sends those magazines to 50 business owners in a local region. So it would be 50 business owners in Tampa, 50 business owners in Houston, Detroit, Seattle, Los Angeles. And we believe that that's a very good marketing strategy. And here is why. Let's first talk about the online networking, which is totally free. That doesn't cost anyone anything. And along with the online networking, we provide sales tips to help people, think about better strategies. Now, we do have a 6 to 9 hour formal paid sales system training program that I've developed back in November 2014. But at least on this podcast, on this online networking, we can at least provide some highlights, because most people wouldn't have 6 to 9 hours just to focus on that. There's a learning curve of 3 to 6 months. So we can't deliver the 6 to 9 hour sales system training on these networking podcasts. So the online networking has small business owners coming on for about 2-3 minutes, talking about their businesses, talking about their products and services. But primarily, I would say at least 50% of the conversation should be about the business owner. And, if you spend more time with us here on the online networking session and with the 321 Biz Development Sales System highlights, you will start to hear that most people or consumers or other business owners who are buying big ticket items, I'm talking about items that cost $1,000 or higher, not something for $29.99. Totally a different buying psychology when the prices are $29, $49, maybe $99. The psychology doesn't kick in differently until the ticket price is like $1,000, $5,000 and up. You have a totally different buying mentality at high ticket prices. So during the online networking sessions, we recommend that guests share some information about themselves, not their total life history, But why did you start the business? What are some of the ups and downs that you have, encountered? What was that one thing that helped your business move forward in the right way? So talk about that, talk about your websites, because other business owners who are consumers, so you can't get away from that other businesses who may use your products and services as well as consumers, these business owners are consumers. Even though you have a business, they have a business, when they're ready to buy something, and a lot of these business owners, yeah, they shop at other businesses. Come on, they do. And that's the reason why you have to put some information out there about perhaps your struggles and how you move forward, because it is likely that the business owners that are communicating this sort of like these epiphanies, I like to call them, other business owners can relate to that. And you're more likely to say, well, I'm going to buy my next product from Sarah because she shared something that I went through. And Matthew may want to buy something from Gloria, and Pedro may want to buy something from Helen, because you have shared experiences. So that's the power of online networking. And as I continue with online networking, we're not talking about the traditional networking that some of you may have witnessed or experienced, where you drive 20 miles one way, 30 miles one way, 60 miles round trip. You meet at this group and they have like breakfast, maybe they have donuts, pastries, or sandwiches. If it's a lunchtime networking event, and you get a chance to talk about your business for 2 minutes, and you get to go free for maybe the first couple of times, then they charge you $99, $299, and the person that is putting on the networking event is actually making bank. I'm not saying they're putting all the money in their pocket, but here's the catch with some of these traditional networking events. What value is it providing you? Now, I've went to some of these events in California, in Sacramento, in Los Angeles, out in the desert, Corona, California. I've been to some of these, and it's really an event for people to sell their stuff. They're not interested in the relationship building aspect of networking. In fact, I just want to, secretly say, it's not a secret because I'm saying it, but many people who attend these traditional networking events don't even know how to sell their own stuff, let alone they're expecting someone else to sell their stuff. I saw that over and over again. So there's no driving with the online networking. You don't have to, get all, dressed up. Because with the Clarence Online Networking, we will have video. We're starting out with the audio, but we want to, have video as well. And you can put like a nice shirt on and look great, or you can just send me a picture, like a headshot with your best dressed, clothes on, hair did, and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm a master at Canva. And so when we produce the final product, that is uploaded to Spotify and iTunes. And Spotify has a video format, just to let you know. Spotify is just not audio. It's a video format, so people can see things. They can see all types of whatever you want it to be. So let's move on to the county canvas part. The county canvas is the brainchild of the owner in Southwest Florida. She'll come on one day and introduce herself, and it was also a contribution from myself. Now, the county canvas, with the county canvas subscription, you can just have the print and media by itself. You can go to countycanvas.com and you can do the print and the media all by itself, the print and the electronic digital link all by itself. Or you can have the package which includes the online networking and the sales tips. Now, if you become a County Canvas member and you have the two extras, the online networking and the digital link, you will also get a little higher information when it comes to sales tips, because we know that you are investing in your business with advertising. These magazines are high end. They're not like your local, weekly newspaper that's maybe sends the news out to like 25,000 people. These are high end magazines that you would be impressed with. You would be impressed, and the 50 business owners getting your magazines will be impressed. Okay. Now, the reason why that has so much magic, I'm talking about 50 businesses in your area, in Tampa, in Fort Lauderdale, in Philadelphia, in Newport News, Virginia, getting the magazine that you're in, and you're in it with 8 other businesses. And you can be on the cover if you buy the cover option, or you can be on the back if you buy the back option, or you can be one of the 8 in the middle. And that number will grow. It'll go from 8 to maybe 12 to maybe 18. But the point is, when that magazine is sent out, there are other companies that do magazine publishing, but they never tell you who is receiving the magazine. We will tell you who's getting the magazine. For sure, we will tell you, because we have the list. We have a list of all the businesses in the country, and we can tell you who's getting the magazine. And you can tell us who you want to receive the magazine. Okay, so when these businesses get the magazine, it's not like, they're getting something that they really don't want. I mean, some people may say, oh, I'm getting this. But I would say most people would say, oh, wow, here is a local magazine that is featuring just businesses. And the businesses that we feature are the ones like attorneys, CPAs, dentists, plastic surgeons, accountants, bookkeepers, floor tilers, people who do epoxy floors, plumbers, electricians, roofing companies, builders in the local area. And within that magazine, you can have a QR code that takes the reader to like a YouTube page or a Facebook page. You can have I think there's a bit like Vimeo. You can have a Vimeo link if you have a Vimeo subscription. So the possibilities are endless with this magazine, because when someone picks up the magazine, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, wow, maybe I need to call this guy or this woman about their product or service. Now, along with that, with the County Canvas magazine and the networking and the sales tips, I, as the insurance broker, especially via the online networking, I get to know about you. See, the more information you provide me in these online networking sessions, I get to learn more about you. So if I'm talking to an insurance client or a salesperson looking for some type of insurance product or service, and they say, hey, Clarence, do you know a good dentist? Clarence, do you know a good defense attorney? Clarence, do you know a good CPA? Do you know someone that's a nurse practitioner? Someone that's in like a good chiropractor? I will say, oh yeah, we have a good chiropractor in Dallas, especially if I'm talking to someone in Dallas. I know a good chiropractor. He's one of our networking guests. Oh, can I listen to his or her stuff? Yeah, I'll send it to you. And then that may lead to, oh wow, I like what he or she had to say. I'm going to give him or her a call. You see how that works? And I personally believe that the magazine, the online networking, and the sales tips is far more powerful than anything else. You know, at the age of 64 years old and working in corporate America for 12 years at a very high level, and this is at a Fortune 500 company in Los Angeles, I can tell you there are some things that you can do that I would say maybe 90%, 9 out of 10 business owners are not doing. And they're not doing it because they just don't want to do it. They just don't know. And they don't know how to put it all together. And some business owners, and this is the reason why we have the online networking, they may not even have the desire or don't want to talk about their own businesses. I've seen that many, many, many times. You have a business, you open the door at your business, you shut the door, you go in your office, and you just wait by the phone. You wait by the phone, you're waiting for some marketing program to generate a phone call, and a lot of times it doesn't happen. Especially if you are a defense attorney. And I can say even like accident injury attorneys. We all know when you drive through whatever city that you're in, you'll see quite a few billboards of an accident injury attorney. And they'll say, call Mike, call Helen, let us get the most money we can from your injury. But, a lot of people are kind of figure out if the injured party cannot get money from the person who caused the accident because the person does not have any money, sometimes there's no case. Sometimes you can't help a person who's been injured. Sometimes there is no money that you can garnish from their wages. And, so what do you do if you are a trial injury, or not a trial injury, a personal injury attorney? Well, I'll give you a freebie. You meet as many people per week face to face at the coffee shops, at the banks, at the gas stations, at the soccer fields as you can. You want to meet at least 25 to 50 to 100 people a week, and you want to put your business card in their hand, and you want to ask if you can get their email address so you can send them your monthly newsletter. Because that person you meet, if you're meeting, let's say you're meeting 50 people a week, 50 times 4 is 200 people per month over a 3-month period. You got 600 people that are now in your database. Somebody is going to need your personal injury help, or those 600 people who probably know 10 to 15 people each. So now you got 600 people that have your contact information times 15. My math says that's 9,000 people that could potentially know about your personal injury practice, your law firm. And the best referral to get is a referral from someone who likes you, who knows you, and who have been people who have been reading your newsletters. See, that's what I would do if I was a personal injury attorney. That's what I would do if I was an estate planning attorney. That's what I would do if I was a defense attorney. I would just tell people who I am, spending like $500 on some business cards and give out 50 per week, with the caveat that the person will give you their information so you can send them a professional newsletter. That's what I would do. In fact, that's how I work my insurance business. Every time that I'm out and about, whether it's in Metro Atlanta or San Francisco, or if I'm up in Philly, or if I'm in Houston, I'm talking to everyone that I run into. And I offer to meet with them. I do have a prospecting, sort of a prospecting method, but you have to be a 321 biz development, a sales system customer. That's that 6 to 9 hour course. I have a prospecting way that is like unobtrusive. It's very, very professional. And even if you think you lose in engaging a prospect, you end up winning anyway. So I just wanted to do this episode. This is episode 955, almost at 1,000. And my name is Clarence Napier, the insurance broker, the president at 321 Business Development. And our partners are the County Canvas at countycanvas.com. And again, we're looking to work with real estate brokers who need training for their agents. Any company that has people selling and maybe they're not hitting their numbers. And we'll talk about our next episode. I tell you what, on our next online networking episode, which will be Monday at 7:30 a.m. or 7:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. I'll probably do it 7:30 Eastern, and then I'll probably repeat it 7:30 Pacific time for the West Coast. We're going to talk about the true definitions of sales performance and sales productivity. Again, this is Clarence at 866-901-9876, or you can email me at clarence@insforsure.com. Take care and have a fantastic week. Bye-bye.